The Ministry of Oil Palm is a new created economic sector ministry under the Marape Rosso government, planned to reform the agriculture sector, and I am honored to be appointed by the Prime Minister, James Marape, and as the Minister for Oil Palm for the first time. Today, oil palm is grown in more than 10 provinces and provides employment to more than 150,000 to 200,000 people. It is currently the largest agriculture commodity in Papua New Guinea, contributing an average about 20 to 30 million US dollars, close to 100 million per year in taxes, depending on the market price each year. The government direction is to grow oil palm industry. The review of legislation and regulation framework to set the legal operating parameters for the industry is key to the growth of the industry. The dynamics of the oil palm industry has drastically changed over the last 20 years, with many new players coming into the industry. Therefore, it is important for the legal frameworks to align to these changes and provide a conducive and social benefits of this industry fairly across the board. We hold with the highest respect and value the contributions by our existing investors, without whom we could not have maintained high standard and progressed the development of the industry to where it is now. However, there is room for more improvements to maintain current investors, attract new ones. Therefore, the board will elevate the thinking and operations to accommodate for the growth of the industry. The oil palm industry under my leadership will focus on three main areas, and they are: focus number one, recognizing the oil palm as an industry; focus two, developing and growing the industry; and number three, legislating and regulating the industry in a big way. Much consultation has already been carried out by OPIC and its key partners, stakeholders regarding the new Oil Palm Act, which will finalize in the second quarter of 2023. The review of the Oil Palm Act 1992 will create a platform to support the oil palm industry's growth whilst ensuring sustainable oil palm industry practices are enforced in PNG. This reform brings economic and financial benefits to the smallholder growers, plantation owners, and the national government. Under the Focus 2 and 3, we will undertake several studies to understand the specifics of the industry, to formulate a new legislation, as well as policies to guide the development of the industry, and further embark on several initiatives to expand and regulate the industry. I join the Prime Minister in acknowledging the contributions of our existing investors and development partners, and call on our people to open land for oil palm development so that we can attract investors into the industry. The Marape Rosso government is committed, and I determined to provide the leadership in our endeavor to grow and expand the development of the oil palm industry going forward. The 2023 work program and implementation plan for oil palm for the 30 million kina is now before NEC to endorse its drawdown and implementation. The national government's direction is to grow the industry by planting 100,000 hectares per year. 2023 is a preparatory year. Legislation review and regulatory frameworks are priority to be completed with sound policies to achieve national government's direction to grow the industry. It is now the call of the board, OPIC, to drive these policy directions and to attract investors and citizens to grow the oil palm industry. National government is committed to bring in investors and also making available funding to invest the agriculture sector through oil palm. And most importantly today, we need to cooperate with our current investors or the milling companies who are here. They are here to stay in order to drive the government's policy in way of downstream processing or in any new developments, we really have to have respect for our current investors, our milling companies. The first offer must be granted to the current milling companies so we can be able to attend to government policies by way of new developments in new areas, by way of downstream processing, or by way of investment, or bioproducts initiatives. We need to approach or offer the current investors we have on the ground at the moment. Most importantly, as a government, I really want to, as a minister, I want to commend NBP Oil and Agi Oil Palms and other companies who are already in Papua New Guinea. Our approach will be the current milling companies first. And most importantly, the concepts that has to be developed today, it must be more smallholder oriented, meaning that we integrate new developments together with smallholders so that we can be able to attend to rural areas and extend the value of money into rural areas and make full use of the available land or customary land that we have. And I commend the Marape Rosso government in the initiatives that has been made today. One is to be able, through the oil palm as an industry, invite investors to come and develop into new areas with respect to the best practices or environmental compliances in Papua New Guinea. And so is and a policy that is now to make available customary land for new developments and make provincial governments or us growers to be partners in the new developments that has to come. And the other very important thing that we really have to see and so support as an industry, as smallholders, we have to see more of the investment arrangement that is now made available by government. We have to partner with government so we can have access to the investments that has going to come to Papua New Guinea and new developments. So these three areas of policy is now very important for our industry to go. But otherwise, for now, I see that it's important for us to see or visit the milling companies that are now currently on the ground. We offer them first choice to make discussions with them with respect to the provinces they come from. And most importantly, we still have to make sure that the board is in existence. Under the current legislation, we continue to support, make sure that the board is in place so we continue to operate as an industry. And that is why that legislation is here to guide what's important today for us. And until we come to the transitional period, that is where we can be able to see the outcomes of the industry. But otherwise, I rather say it is important. Today is a very important day. After the board being not in play under the OPIC, now that we are now allowing or making this happen to have the board in place today, having the swearing in, I commend the administration or the OPIC for facilitating that. And now that we successfully got the gazetted names, we now must continue to work as an industry under OPIC. Emtasol na thank you through Longarem na hamamas. Congratulations all ex-officio members long appointment Bluibla or 11 associations Bluibla na now that by me come you come swearing in and be more good bla lo you me work one time OPIC na make him industry blow me and me look good lo Christmas come. Thank you too. Now you must prove him to lo government also. The oil palm industry is the economic industry in the country. So we must make it happen. Now you stop now, you me cooperate now by me make him this la work him come up. Now OPIC and by driving for now and then you me look how by me work one time now. We need him contribution blah contribution long all milling companies. Don't make him this la work him come up now. Lord make him new blah law and me stop law hand blow you me hand blow leaders blow representative law smallholders now stop.